welcome to today's lesson. In this lesson, you will learn how to talk about meeting a friend in German. We will focus on simple, practical sentences that you can use in everyday situations, such as greeting your friend, asking how they are, and talking about what you want to do together. You will also learn how to respond naturally and keep a short conversation going. By the end of this lesson, you should feel more confident expressing yourself when making plans or chatting with friends in German, and you will have useful phrases to practice in real-life situations. Now, we will look at some important words that you will use when you meet a friend. These words are basic, but they are also very useful for everyday conversations and will help you communicate more naturally in common situations. We will go through them together slowly so that you can understand not only their meaning but also how to pronounce them correctly. We will also learn words for talking, drinking, and other activities that often happen when you are with a friend. These are things you will do every day, so knowing the right words will make your conversation smoother and more confident. As we go through each word, pay close attention to how it sounds and try to repeat after me. Imagine yourself using these words in real-life situations, like meeting a friend at a cafe or chatting in the park. Practicing this way will help you remember the vocabulary better and make speaking in German feel more natural and comfortable. Let's begin. Let's see the first word. Der Freund. Der Freund, the male friend. Die Freundin, die Freundin, the female friend. Sich treffen, sich treffen, to meet. Gehen, gehen means to go. Kommen, kommen means to come. Warten, warten means to wait. Trinken, trinken means to drink. And the last word, sprechen, sprechen, meaning to talk. Next, we will learn some very useful expressions that will help you talk about both time and place when you meet a friend. These expressions are important because they allow you to be clear and precise about when and where something happens, which is essential for planning and having smooth conversations. We will also explore common locations you might visit with a friend, such as cafes, parks, or someone's home, and learn how to use them naturally in sentences. As we go through each word and phrase, I want you to repeat after me carefully, paying attention to pronunciation and rhythm. Try to picture yourself actually using these expressions in a real conversation with a friend, deciding where to meet or at what time together. Doing this will not only help you remember the words more easily, but it will also build your confidence and make speaking in German feel more natural and comfortable. The more you imagine and practice these situations, the better prepared you will be to use them in real life. Let's begin. Heute. Heute. Today. Morgen, morgen, tomorrow. 5 Uhr, 5 Uhr, at 5 o'clock. Im Café. Im Café. In the cafe. Im Park. Im Park. In the park. Zu Hause. Zu Hause. At home. Now we will learn some common questions that people use when making plans with a friend. These questions are very useful because they allow you to ask clearly and politely about important details such as the time, place, and activities you want to do together. Knowing these questions will help you start and maintain a conversation naturally, so your friend understands exactly what you are planning. As we go through each question, listen carefully to the pronunciation and pay attention to the word order, which is very important in German. Try to repeat each question after me and imagine yourself actually using it when talking to a friend. Practicing this way will help you remember the phrases more easily and give you confidence to speak in real-life situations. By the end of this section, you will be able to ask and answer basic questions about meeting a friend without hesitation, making your conversations smoother and more natural. So let's begin. Wann treffen wir uns? Wann treffen wir uns? When do we meet? Wo treffen wir uns? Wo treffen wir uns? Where do we meet? Kommst du heute? Kommst du heute? Are you coming today? Was machen wir? Was machen wir? What shall we do? Now we will look at some model sentences that show how to talk about plans with a friend. These sentences are very useful because they combine the vocabulary and expressions we have learned so far, allowing you to see how words fit together in complete thoughts. When practicing these sentences, pay attention to how the verbs change depending on who is performing the action and how pronouns are used, especially when talking about doing things together with someone else. Try to repeat each sentence after me carefully, focusing not only on pronunciation but also on intonation and the rhythm, as these make your speech sound more natural. As you practice, imagine real-life situations where you would use these sentences, such as planning a meeting, talking about activities, or describing what you and a friend do together. The more you practice in this way, the more confident you will become in forming your own sentences and speaking smoothly in German when making plans with your friends. And let's begin the first sentence. Ich treffe einen Freund. Ich treffe einen Freund. I meet a friend. Wir treffen uns 5 Uhr. Wir treffen uns 5 Uhr. We meet at 5 o'clock. Wir treffen uns im Café. Wir treffen uns im Café. We meet in the cafe. Wir trinken Kaffee. Wir trinken Kaffee. We drink coffee. Wir sprechen im Park. Wir sprechen im Park. We talk in the park. And now we will look at a short text and a dialogue that will show you how to use the words, expressions, and model sentences we have learned so far. The text gives a simple example of a day when someone meets a friend, including when and where they meet, what they do together, and how the day ends. Notice how the sentences are connected and how the verbs are used in different situations. Next, the dialogue shows a short conversation between two friends arranging a meeting. Pay attention to the questions and answers and how the information about time and place is exchanged naturally. Listen carefully to the pronunciation and then repeat each line after me. Try to imagine yourself in this situation using these phrases in real life. Practicing in contexts like this will help you remember the vocabulary and feel more confident speaking in German when talking about meeting a friend. So let's begin with our text. Heute treffe ich einen Freund. Let's repeat. Heute treffe ich einen Freund. Today I meet a friend. The next sentence. Wir treffen uns 5 Uhr im Café. Let's repeat. Wir treffen uns 5 Uhr im Café. We meet at 5 o'clock in the café. Wir trinken Kaffee und sprechen. Wir trinken Kaffee und sprechen. Am Abend gehe ich nach Hause. Am Abend gehe ich nach Hause. In the evening, I go home. And let's continue with the dialogue. The first person says, Wann treffen wir uns? Let's repeat the question. Wann treffen wir uns? When do we meet? And the answer is 5 Uhr. 5 Uhr. At 5 o'clock. And again the question, wo treffen wir uns? Wo treffen wir uns? Where do we meet? And the answer, im Café. Im Café. In the café. Great work today. In this lesson, we learned how to talk about meeting a friend in German. We practiced important vocabulary, useful expressions for time and place, common questions, and model sentences. You also saw how these words and phrases come together in a short text and a dialogue. Remember to review the vocabulary and sentences, repeat them out loud, and try to imagine using them in real conversations. The more you practice, the more confident and natural you will become when speaking. See you in the next lesson.